The revival of the Rare Air series seems to be a focus for Jordan Brand this year. We've seen 2 Jordan 1 Rare Airs, the Jordan 3 Rare Airs. I don't think they were exactly like fan favorites, even though I think they were pretty clean colorways. But the best is yet to come. Or, it's here. Air Jordan 4 Rare Air. This shoe is dropping on July 26th for $225 in the United States, and the Rare Air series, if you didn't know, that is meant to refer to samples and mistakes that Jordan Brand has made of prototypes of a shoe before the finalized version. So it's kind of a play on the different trials and errors that they have made to get to the final form. And this year is not the first time they've gone with Rare Air shoes, even though they're pushing it hard this year. We've seen the Jordan 1 Rare Airs from 2015, first impressions of the Jordan 4 Rare Air in 2025. I really like it. I really like it. The blue-red kind of combination on this shoe, some people are saying it's kind of childish, kind of like a grade school colorway, but I think it's nice. Kind of a child at heart anyway, so the red and blue with the black base as a black sneaker lover, I don't think it's legendary. I don't think it's like Michelin star rated delicious, but I think it's nice colorway. Took 5 seconds of your time. If you like this video, if you've liked any of my past videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe. In the base layer of the shoe, it is nubuck, and the nubuck here does feel like there might be a synthetic coating over it. And then on the mudguard of the shoe, it is suede. That suede does feel pretty nice to the touch. It is pretty soft. Doesn't feel like that very crappy suede and synthetic suede that you find on like MX1s. And then moving up the tongue, you get the regular Jordan 4 tongue with a very distinct netting. And of course, maybe the most distinct and unique thing about this Rare Air shoe. So out of the box, the left shoe does come with an upside down Jumpman Flight logo Velcro on the tongue itself. The Flight concept, it did originate on the Jordan 4s, and this isn't the first time that they use like swappable, interchangeable Velcro tongues or patches for a Jordan shoe. The 2015 Jordan 1 Rare Airs did have that as well. Now underneath the Velcro, this is where the magic happens. You see the words Jordan Rare Air, and apparently 98% of the Jordan 4 Rare Airs has white lettering and only 2% has gold. So if you have gold, you struck out. I'm a peasant, I just have the white lettering. So yeah, if you are so inclined to wear the patch upside down, that is your choice. I wouldn't if I'm just like wearing the shoe outside, but because it came this way out of the box, I just wanted to showcase it in its most like purest form. So for my B-roll, I just kept it upside down. And then on the inside of the tongue, you get this upside down Air Jordan tag that originated on the Jordan 4s as well, just like the Flight logo. And of course on the medial and lateral sides of the shoe, you get the Jordan 4 netting as well as the wings. So the eyelets here does kind of have a mix between like fire red, the black and red OG colorways, even the military blues on the ankle lining. And the wings here, this is more like a general release Jordan 4, not like the SBs where they came, again, super soft and flexible, which are made for skateboarding specifically. And then on the booty of the shoe, unlike the Jordan 3s where they reversed one of the Nike Airs on the shoe, this is just regular Nike Air branding, even though this is not an OG colorway. As a general rule, OG colorways has Nike Air, non-OGs has the Jumpman. This one gets Nike Air treatment. They did want to make this kind of like a special shoe, hence the slightly raised price of $225. And this Nike Air is kind of in this gray color, so it's not like white or off-white, it is just gray. And the booty tab here itself, it is not as flexible as like the pine greens. That's very, very bouncy. It's actually pretty similar to the Bread Reimagined. So like past Jordan 4s from like a few years ago can have like pretty stiff booty tabs. This one, quite flexible. But yeah, for a while, this was a very common complaint where this would just destroy someone's Achilles. This shoe does come with one extra set of laces out of the box, just black laces. The extra is this bluish, kind of distressed color. It's not like a plain flat color. You get some light blues in there. And out of the two, I think the black looks better. I am a black sneaker lover, just black on black. I'm always a big fan of, so black laces on the black base, I just prefer that. The blue does give it a bit of an extra pop, kind of gives it a different look, so I don't mind that. But if I had to choose, I'm going with the black laces. In terms of cushioning, the Jordan 4 does come with a Nike Air unit and the heel, of course a visible one, as well as one in the forefoot. And the sole of the shoe couldn't help themselves, they had to pre-age it. They couldn't just leave it white. It's 2025, I think, really, we should just go back to having white soles. But again, I get it. If you're going for a particular theme, re-aging is part of it. They did that for the Jordan 3s as well, so I'll end my complaint there. But I don't love it. Other than that, I think the gray looks really cool with the blue and black midsole here. This actually has kind of like a matte finish or matte look here. It's not like super shiny like some Jordan 4 midsoles can come. And then on the outsole of the shoe, majority herringbone traction with blue, red, gray, main colors of this shoe with that Nike cutout. And again, just like the booty, even though this is not an OG colorway, it gets special treatment, Nike branding here, not Jordan. There you go. And that cutout, of course, just like the parts of the midsole, it is pre-aged, pea stain yellow. Don't love it. I'll end my complaints. Now the insole of the shoe, I'm glad it is polyurethane. So they did treat this like a special shoe for $225. A better, and it does have just Rare Air branding on the heel here instead of Nike Air. Another kind of sign that Jordan Brand is treating this like a very special release is it came with an extra hang tag in this blue color. And under certain lighting, it actually looks black. Initially, when I opened the box, I thought it was a black hang tag, but it is a blue one. And the box of the shoe, you might think it's just all black, but up close, you do see Michael Jordan's face. Back in the early 2000s, boxes came with his face, and inside the lid, just like the Jordan 3 Rare Air, you have a Flight Jumpman logo. Now in terms of sizing and comfort, I am a wide and flat footer. For Jordan 4s, especially recent ones, really since the Pine Greens, I think they fixed the problem where they went too small. For Jordan 4s now, I just go true to size. Don't really have any problems with the pinky toe strangled here that a lot of people complained about from a few years ago. So width-wise, length-wise, it actually fits me pretty well. So if I had to make a recommendation, if you do have wide feet, I'd stick true to size. And in terms of just overall comfort-wise, under your feet, I've never really felt the Jordan 4s are super comfortable, even after they kind of fixed the mold and the sizing of the toe box here. It just feels kind of stiff, boxy under your feet. Technically, it is lighter than a Jordan 3, but it feels chunky. Yeah, I just never really loved it. No matter how soft or dense the polyurethane may come, this one kind of comes stiff out of the box, so have some patience, wear it in. Under your feet, I don't love it. Everywhere else, like the ankle collar, the thick tongue, I like that. It is nice and soft, but if you're looking for a super comfortable shoe, I don't think the Jordan 4s are up there. And that brings the total sole score of the Jordan 4 Rare Air to 27 out of 40. Pretty average score compared to other general releases. First, it is colorway. I like this colorway. I don't think it is Michelin star rated delicious. I don't think it's scrumptious, but I think it's really nice. I might be slightly biased because I do really like black sneakers and black based sneakers. And the blue and red, you might say it's kind of a bit too much, a bit too goofy and playful, but for me, I think it gives it enough pop without being too loud, being too bold, or being too crazy. And in terms of the materials, I do like the suede that is on the mudguard. That feels pretty good. Overall, I don't think it's super premium materials. And in terms of the comfort of the Jordan 4s, can feel kind of stiff out of the box. There's not a ton of cushioning. It's pretty ancient. It feels flat to the ground. That is a basketball shoe after all. Michael Jordan wanted it that way, but it just doesn't have the most plush cushioning. If you compare it to modern day shoes, objectively, it is not anywhere close. I think even for Jordan Retros, Jordan 4s, probably one of the worst ones for comfort. And in terms of the versatility, very versatile shoe. And the Jordan 4, the silhouette is timeless. It is classic. Might be the most popular Jordan shoe ever. Versatility and wearability of the colorway. An all black sneaker will never be as versatile or wearable as an all white sneaker or white based sneaker, but I don't think there's anything too loud or too bright on this shoe that makes it goofy to wear on feet. No one's gonna think you're nuts and bonkers. Maybe if you wear the blue laces, it's a bit more kind of bold and bright. But yeah, I think it is a pretty wearable colorway. The red and blue are pretty standard. We've seen a ton of red and black shoes or red and blue shoes or black and blue shoes. So yeah, overall pretty versatile shoe. I think out of all the Rare Airs that have come out so far in 2025, this is definitely my favorite one. Like I said, I like the colors on the shoe. I like the color blocking. Love the Jordan 4s. The Jordan 11s that follow the same type of colorway, I'm not sure if that got cancelled and it was just a prototype. That comes out, I think that's a pretty decent shoe as well. But yeah, I think this is my favorite one so far. With the Jordan 4 White Cement coming out in 2025, it's hard for another Jordan 4 to really surpass that, even though the undefeated Jordan 4s might just do the trick. But amidst all the crazy shoes that are dropping this year, I think, even though people might not remember this colorway on this Jordan 4, I think this is one of the nicer ones. Might be in the minority, but it is what it is. So that's it. Thanks for watching Sole Inclined. Let me know what you think of the Air Jordan 4 Rare Air. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come. The way your shoes.